Let's solve this question. Let's solve this question. Answer is zero order. So I think I lost the question. I'll read again. So what is the answer? Zero order. So for zero order, what is the integral analysis? Ca naught minus Ca equal to K into T. What is half-life time? Half-life time means Ca should become Ca naught by 2. So Ca naught minus Ca naught by 2 equal to K into T half. So what is T half is Ca naught by 2K. What is T 100%? Ca naught by K. So the half-life time is half of full lifetime. So these two cannot be answers, first of all, because what is the 100% time for one? Infinity. What is here? Second order is also infinity. Answer can be 0 or 1 by 2. Because for 0, 1 by 2 only, you will achieve 100% within finite time. Clear? So sometimes you can eliminate the options easily. 1 and 2 cannot be the answers. Because for 1 and 2, what is the time required for 100% conversion is infinity. Time required for 100% conversion. So we'll have another small topic in CRE1, which is, let's say, reversible reactions. How do you handle, let's say, reversible reactions? So this is not very, let's say, complicated topic, very small topic. So what is meant by reversible reactions is A gives reversible B. A is reversible. Basically, most of the reactions are reversible. So all the reactions are reversible. Only thing is, if you give enough time, every reaction will reach, let's say, some equilibrium. So some reversible of reaction. Some reactions are achieving 100% conversion or 90% conversion because you are not giving enough time for the reversible reaction. Clear? So that is why. So most of the reactions are reversible. So what is meant by reversible is A forms B. This B once again forms A. So this is what is reversible reaction. So if you plot the concentration of A with respect to time, concentration of A starts, let's say, Ca naught and slowly drops. At some point of time, the concentration further doesn't drop. The concentration almost remains constant. So here concentration is constant. What does that mean? There is no reaction. That doesn't mean that there is no reaction. So here rate of forward reaction, which is A gives B, is equal to rate of backward reaction, which is B gives A. So rate of forward reaction and rate of backward reaction are equal. That is why the amount of A converted towards B and the amount of A formed from the B, which will be same. So this is the point where we say that it reached equilibrium. Reached equilibrium. That means this is the corresponding concentration of equilibrium. Clear? So how do you calculate equilibrium conversion? How to calculate X equilibrium? How to calculate X equilibrium? How do you calculate? So how do you calculate X equilibrium? So rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction. So what is rate of forward reaction? Let's say, assuming that this is K1, this is K2, this is K1CA, this is K2CB, assuming it is an element reaction. What is CA? Ca naught into 1 minus XAE equilibrium. What is CB? Ca naught into XAE. What is CB? Nothing but how much amount of A converted, no? Ca naught will cancel. So your XAE will be calculated. That is how the equilibrium conversion is calculated. So what does, let's say, Suppose if we X equilibrium, let's say right up to this point, and we'll discuss later. So how CEB is CA naught into XA? Because CB is nothing but CB is nothing but, let's say, how much amount of A converted, no? CB is nothing but how much amount of A converted. What is A converted is CA naught into XA, no? So we return up to this point. So what is XAE is equilibrium conversion. That means this is the max conversion that you will get. So equilibrium, beyond this point you will not get it. So let's solve one problem on reversible reactions. So write this problem. The rate of liquid phase A reversible B minus RA equal to 0.02 there is some problem with the writing. I think maybe I'll dictate write that problem. 0.02 CA minus 0.01 CB. Just write in your notes. So what is rate equation is minus RA equal to 0.02 CA minus 0.01 CB. Calculate the residence time. Calculate the residence time for 60% conversion of A in a CSTR. Calculate the residence time for 60% conversion of A in the CSTR. Clear? The rate of liquid phase reaction A reversible B is minus RA equal to 0.02 CA minus 0.01 CB. Calculate the residence time for 60% conversion of A in a CSTR. Got it? Question everybody? Units of rate is, you can take mole per liter per minute. Yeah. I think I'll write. There is some problem with the. Maybe I'll dictate the question. Zero 0.02 0.02 CA minus 0.01 CB tau for 60% conversion of A in CST. So some problem with the iPad pencil. So I think I changed the pencil so it is working. This electronic gadget sometimes gives A gives B. Mole per liter minute. So tau for 60% conversion of A in the CSTR. 300 minutes. So how to calculate tau is simply CA naught minus CA divided by minus RA. CA naught minus CA divided by 0.02 CA minus 0.01 CB. So what is tau is equal to 0.02 into what is CA is CA naught into 1 minus X. 0.01 into what is CB is CA naught into XA. CA, so on the numerator we write CA naught into XA divided by 0.02 into CA naught into minus 0.01 CA naught into XA. CA naught will cancel on both sides. If we substitute 60%, so 0.6 is divided by 0.02 to 1 minus 0.6 minus 0.01 into 0.4. So what is tau? So what is tau is answer directly will get in minutes. Sorry, this is 0.6. Suppose if you have done this problem, can you repeat it? Let's say, what is tau for, let's say, 90% conversion? What is tau for 90% conversion? Will you get 90% conversion? What is the answer for the previous one? 300 minutes. %90 conversion. So my question is, somebody is saying you are getting tau negative. Why you are getting negative? Why? Because because the max conversion that you can get is equilibrium conversion. You should know what is equilibrium conversion. What is equilibrium conversion for this question? How do you calculate equilibrium conversion? So equate the rate of A to 0, that is 0.02 into CA minus CB is equal to 0. CA naught into 1 minus XAE equal to 0. CA naught will cancel. What you get XAE is 2 by 3, which is 66.7%. So basically not possible for, let's say, 90% conversion. This is not possible for 90% conversion. That means should we live with 67? Then suppose if you write how to cross 67. How do you cross? Tau cannot be negative, no. What is tau minutes? Minutes can be negative. No. Approaching PSCR, splitting CSTR doesn't help because the reaction itself is stuck at 66.7. Whatever the reactor that you will use, it doesn't cross. By changing the reactor, you cannot change the equilibrium conversion. That is where you will come into picture, let's say, Lee-Chatelier principles that you have studied in, let's say, +2. In your, let's say, +2, you have studied Lee-Chatelier principle. That is how to increase the equilibrium conversions. That is what is Lee-Chatelier principle. Clear? So one such thing is how to increase the equilibrium conversions. One such thing is, let's say, temperature. So why temperature is affecting? Because if you see the previous equation, 0.02 Ca minus 0.01 Cb is equal to 0. What is the 0.0 Ca? This is forward rate constant. What is this 0.02 Ca? This is backward rate constant. These are functions of temperature, no? These are functions of temperature. Clear? So by changing the temperature, you can change the equilibrium conversion. So by changing temperature, you are changing these two numbers, 0.02 and 0.01. So by changing these two numbers, you are changing the equilibrium conversion. So what is effect of temperature is, now you have to split the reactions into, let's say, exothermic and endothermic reactions. If it is an exothermic reaction, what is an example of exothermic reversible reaction? N2 plus 3H2 reversible 2NH3. This is an example of exothermic reversible reaction. What happens is, if temperature increases, equilibrium conversion decreases or increases? Increases or decreases? For exothermic reactions, equilibrium conversion decreases. That means the graph is something like this. This is not conversion. Don't confuse this as, let's say, if temperature increases, conversion increases. This is an equilibrium conversion. So that is, if I plot, let's say, equilibrium conversion here and temperature here. So this is how the graph looks like. Let's say if you are getting 70% conversion at, let's say, 200 degrees, you may get, let's say, 50% conversion maybe at 300 degrees. That is, by decreasing temperature, your equilibrium conversion decreases by increasing temperature. One such example is ammonia. N2 plus 3H2 is 2NH3. Reason is there is no reason. This is behavior of the reaction. So clear. So how does industrial operations looks like? For exothermic reversible reactions. Exothermic reversible reactions. Methanol is also exothermic reversible reaction. That's CO plus 2H2 gives CH3OH. So this is an example. So how does an industrial reactor looks like here is, you have a reactor something like this. So your feed is coming here. So you have tubes, something like this. You have the tubes. In the tubes, catalyst is filled. So this is open here. So the gas goes on here. So what goes on the shell side is, let's say, water. What comes out is a steam. So this entire thing is water and steam. So why you are operating this is called a, let's say, boiling water reactors. Terminology in not required gate point of view, but just an understanding point of view. Boiling water reactor. So what are you doing here is, when you cross, let's say, CO plus H2 here, you are doing a exothermic reaction here. So your heat releases. Suppose if you don't take out that heat, then your temperature increases. No, if your temperature increases, then your conversion will get limited. Clear? Say if I operate, let's say if my feed comes at 400 here, outlet may be roughly 400 only. You are maintaining the same temperature, by removing the heat which is generated in the reaction. Suppose if I don't remove this heat, if I pass, let's say, single bed of, let's say, CO plus H2, then I'm 400, maybe my outlet might be 500. Here I'm able to get, let's say, 70% conversion. Maybe here 500 degrees, what is the relative conversion is 60%. So if I want to get 70% conversion here, I will not get it here. Clear? If I want to get it 70% conversion here, I will not get it. But I can get higher conversions because you are controlling the temperature. You are controlling the temperature at 400 degrees by removing the heat. So this is the how you will operate exothermic reversible. This is one way of operating. This is one way of operating the exothermic reversible reactions. You have to take out the heat. Otherwise, if you don't take out the heat, then that heat will be rising the temperature of the feed. If the temperature of the feed rises, then your temperatures, or let's say conversions, will get stuck there. Your conversions will get stuck there. Something like this. If you did you get what I'm trying to say? So the hot spot is, there is some hot spot formation in this type of reactors because I were not removing the heat. No, here there is no chance of hot spot because you are removing, because water goes and steam comes. That means the water gains the heat and comes out as a steam. That is how the heat is removal happening from the tubes to here. So heat transfer here, heat transfer from the tube. This is how a methanol reactor looks like. Water is used to remove the heat. Sometimes water may not be possible. Sometimes we will use some special liquids. Suppose here the temperatures are in the range of 400, 300. I am using, say, let's say, water. Suppose if you are talking about 500, 600, then water, the heat generation may not be possible. Then you use some fluids which can have a high CP, something like Dowden, or let's say high molecular weight fluids, basically, so that they will withstand the heats. How temperature is maintained? Somebody's question. Because you are removing the heat, so the temperature remains constant. If you don't remove the heat, that heat will be used to gain the temperature. So text, this is how the industry looks. Textbook point of view. Now we have to take, let's say, PFR only, no? So ideal PFR. How do you operate a Ideal PFR, how to operate. Now let's take this simple reaction A gives B, A reversible B, which is an exothermic reaction. This is how the graph. I am targeting, let's say, 70% conversion. Corresponding temperature is 200 degrees. Clear? So how do you maintain the CSTREs, or let's say PFR? Should you maintain 200 degrees throughout the reactor? Not required, no? So I'll start with, let's say, maybe 500. Why I'm starting with 500? Because my rate of reactions are high. Suppose if I continue with 500, then what happens? Should you reach, let's say, 70 degrees, 70%? No. So you start with 500 and then slowly decrease the temperature, and then finally will reach a 200 degrees. So that you start here. Starting 200 is not required. I'm starting with a higher temperatures, so that I'm slowly decreasing the temperature, so that my equilibrium conversion will give a push for the conversion. Equilibrium is a limit basically. So this is how an ideal PFR. This is not useful because this kind of temperature profiles maintaining in industrial reactors is not possible. Ideal PFR, because this is only textbook. In the textbook, how does, let's say, exothermic reaction operated in an ideal PFR is something like this. This is what is, let's say, exothermic reactions. How does endothermic reactions? For endothermic reactions, if temperature increases, equilibrium conversion also increases. Clear? For endothermic reactions, if temperature increases, equilibrium conversion is also increases. What is an example of endothermic reactions? Best example, CH4 plus H2O, steam reforming of methane. CO plus 3H2. So what do you call this CO plus 3H2 is? Syngas. This syngas is useful for multiple cases. This syngas will be used for, let's say, hydrogen you will extract, use ammonia formation, you can use it, let's say, methanol formation, you can use it, let's say, formaldehyde. So syngas is starting for multiple materials. That is why starting for multiple gases. That is why this is called as synthesis gas. From this one you can make multiple gases. You will extract with hydrogen and mix it with nitrogen and form ammonia. Directly take this syngas and forms methanol. Take this syngas and you can form, let's say, formaldehyde also. Now, how does this graph looks like? This is something like this. If temperature increases, equilibrium conversion also increases. So if you want to operate the PFR, how do you operate? Let's say I am targeting 70% conversion. Corresponding temperature is 900 degrees. So should we start with low temperature or same 900 degrees? Same 900 only. I will not start with low temperature now. Why I am starting high temperature there? Because at high temperature rate of reactions are high. Rate of reaction is different from equilibrium conversion, remember. So I'll maintain same temperature profile throughout the reactor, maybe 900 degrees. I can start little higher also, maybe 1000, 2000, but at 1000 degrees the metallurgy is higher, no? So that is why I'll maintain the same temperature. Why I have not maintained same temperature in exothermic? I could have maintained same 200 also. But if you maintain same 200, initially your rate of reactions are low. So that is why you are putting high rate of reaction. That is why you are putting high temperature. But if you continue with high temperature, your equilibrium conversion is limited. That is why you are stuck in there. Yeah, this is how an ideal PFR will operate. Somebody is asking why we can't start with 1000, 2000 degrees. Because if you start with 1000 degrees, then the metallurgy will be required will be costlier. No, that is why I'm not going up on the temperature. CSTR we are not dealing here because temperature profiles meant in a PFR only. Just take 2 minutes time and read the entire reversible reactions. I'll solve one problem. Can I dictate the question instead of writing? Is it possible for you to write in your notes? So I'll just dictate the question, just write this question. The liquid phase reversible reaction A reversible B. The liquid phase reversible reaction A reversible B is carried out in an isothermal CSTR operating under steady state conditions. The inlet stream doesn't contain any B. The inlet stream doesn't contain any B, and concentration of A is 10 mole per liter. CaO is 10 mole per liter. The concentration of A at the reactor exit for the residence time of 1 second, and 5 seconds. 1 second and 5 seconds is 8 mole per liter and 5 mole per liter. Assume the forward and backward reactions are first order. Assume the forward and backward reactions are first order. Estimate the rate constants. So what is the answer? K1 and K2? Just write two performance equations, you will get the answer. Tau is equal to K1 CA minus K2 CA. Now, how do you write CA in terms of CA? How do you write CB in terms of CA? CB is nothing but you can write CA naught minus CA, no? CB is nothing but how many moles of B formed. How many moles of B formed is nothing but how many moles of A converted. So CB can be written as CA naught is A entered, CA is A outlet. So CA naught minus CA is A converted. So this is nothing but your CB. So what is my tau is equal to CA naught minus CA naught minus CA. For the first equation, if you write, which is 1 is equal to so let's solve these two equations. What do you get? Solve K1 and K2. K1 is 4 by 15, K2 is 1 by 15. CB is written in terms of CA because what is given is CA naught minus CA, no? What is given is equation is CA naught is given and CS are given. That is why, so let's say if you are confused here, you can translate this into conversions. What is XA here is 20%. What is XA here is 50%. Then you can translate this. How do you write CB is CA naught into XA. That is also possible. What is next question is repeat the above question. Repeat the above question. If the reaction A gives 2B, or let's say maybe I think we'll solve one more problem with respect to A gives B 2B. No need to repeat this. So write this problem. Next problem. Answer for the previous one is 4 by 15, 1 by 15. So write this problem. An isothermal liquid phase reversible reaction liquid phase reversible reaction P reversible to R. P reversible to R. P reversible to R. P reversible to R is to be carried out in a mixed flow reactor. Is to be carried out in a mixed flow reactor. A stream containing only P enters the reactor. First question. What is the residence time required for what is the residence time required for 40% conversion of P? Second question is, what is the residence time required for 70% conversion of P? Write the questions in your notes. Don't write the shortcuts because when you are reading this notes later on, you should get all the things. Units of RA is moles per liter per minute. This is very important. I think somebody is asking units of rate regularly. This is important because units of rate will determine what is the rate of What is the units of tau? I think first one is 1.6 minutes. If it is hours, you will get hours. Second one is 2 minutes. Third question, can somebody write what is equilibrium conversion? Equilibrium conversion is 80%. So if we target 90%, what is the answer? We will get not possible. Beyond 80, 80 itself is not possible. Equilibrium conversion is also not possible. What is tau for 80% conversion is infinity. That means equilibrium is possible if you give infinity residence time. Are you getting here 1.6 minutes or 2 minutes? Here, how do we write? So what is tau is equal to Cp naught minus Cp divided by minus Rp. Cp naught minus Cp by 0.5 Cp minus 0.125 Cr. Tau is equal to, this is Cp naught into Xp. You can write numerator. How do you write Cp? Cp naught into 1 minus Xp minus 0.125 into what is Cr? Cp naught into Xp. Is it right or wrong? You just write Cr wrong, no? Then what you should write here? Into 2. 2 Cp naught into Xp. So basically what is Cr is 2 Cp naught into Xp. Cp naught into Xp is P converted. What is 2 into Cp naught is R formed. What is your tau you are getting for 40%? Tau you are getting 2 minutes. If you are getting 1.6 minutes, then that means you have done this mistake of 2. If you don't put this 2, you will get 1.6. What is equilibrium conversion you are getting? What is equilibrium conversion? How do you calculate equilibrium conversion? 0.5 Cp minus 0.525 Cr is equal to 0. 0.5 Cp naught into 1 minus XPE is equal to 0.125 into 2 into Cp naught into XPE. Cp naught will cancel. What is XPE is 2 by 3. Then what is answer for 70% conversion? Tau is not possible. If you don't put this 2, then you will get the wrong answers. Because your equilibrium itself 66.7%. No? So why 2 is coming? Because this is P gives 2R. No? What is CR is how much amount of P converted, and R found will be 2 times. And then units of rate constant is also important. So suppose if I have minus RAS K1 CA by K2 plus CA. This is mole per liter minute. Let's say root CA. What is the units of K1 and K2 here? Let's assume that CA square here. Write K1 K2 units. So if the rate units are minus RA equal to K1 CA square by K2 plus root CA mole per liter minute, what is the units of K1 K2? First, which one you will write units, K1 or K2? What is K2 units? First, you should write K2 units because this is in the denominator. What is K2 units is K should have a root CA unit. So this is root mole per liter. Root of mole per liter, K2. Then what is K1 units? K1 into what is CA square units is mole per liter whole square. What is denominator units is root of mole per liter, which is equal to what is relative units? Mole per liter per minute. Clear? So what is the denominator units is root of mole per liter, and K1 into what is CA square is mole per liter square into mole per liter minute. Then what is K1 is square and mole per liter will cancel. So this will become mole per, let's say, Root will become, let's say, half here, cancel. Then what is K1 units is root of liter, root of liter per mole minute. Suppose if I solve the equation minus RA is equal to K1 CA power n, then this is simple, no? What is K1 equation is? So what is K1 is mole K1 into mole per liter per power n, which is equal to mole per liter per minute. What is K1? Mole per liter 1 minus n into by 1 by minute. So mole per liter power 1 minus n into 1 by. That is sometimes in gate question what happens is he will give just a K1 equal to 5 minute inverse. So simply in K1 equal to K 5 minute inverse. Then what does it mean? This tells that it is a first order reaction. Sometimes from the rate units also you can guess what is the order of the equation. Clear? So this is some of the questions in, let's say, CRE1. Maybe some more questions are there. Maybe we'll complete it. Let's say after the end. At the end of CRE also I'll take 1 or 2 sessions only for the problem. Clear? Let's say K1 CA by K2 plus CA minus RA. What is the units of K1, K2? K2 is simply mole per liter. Mole per liter will cancel. What is K1 is? Mole per liter per minutes. That is how you write the units. Then there are some 1 mark questions in, let's say, in CRE1. What is molecularity? Molecularity will define only for, let's say, elementary reactions. For non-elementary reactions, we will not define. What is molecularity? Is A plus B gives, let's say, C. How many molecules are participating in the reaction? Is what is molecularity. So what is molecularity here is 2. How many different molecules are participating in the reaction? This is one mark question. So another thing is, suppose if I have A plus 2B gives C, what is my rate equation? RA equal to K into CA CV square. Then suppose if I rewrite the reaction as half A plus B gives half C, then what happens to my rate equation? Will it be same or different? It will be same, CA square. This is also another 1 mark question. Suppose if I have A plus 2B gives C, then how do you write rates? Minus RA by 1 equal to minus RB by 2 is equal to RC by 1. This is also another 1 mark equation. So these are some of the 1 mark questions. So basically CRE1 is completed. So tomorrow onwards we'll start CRE2. So we'll start with non-ideal reactors. So I think it is just 4 or 5 minutes left. So we'll end the class here and we'll start for questions. Tomorrow actually we'll start do 1 or 2 questions of CRE1 and we'll start CRE2. Any doubts you have? Effect of temperature, there is a chapter S, that is what is non-isothermal reactors. We will cover. Why the temperature profile is constant for endothermic is, suppose if I have target 900, I can't start with 1000, 2000, no? Because the metallurgy is costlier. Tomorrow class timings will be more or less same. Maybe I'll ask if there is any possibility of taking some more extra time. Sir, somebody is asking why you put RA equal to 0 for finding at equilibrium conversion. At equilibrium, rate of A is 0, no? Because rate of formation, rate of backward is equal. We have done enough questions in CRE1, but I will have, because starting of the class, I will solve 1 or 2 problems. Because actually it takes 5-10 minutes to join everybody's. That is why starting of the class, I will always solve 1 problem. So that I will not start with the concepts. That is why tomorrow also maybe 1 or 2 problems I will solve in CRE1 and then I will start CRE2. Inform your friends also, tomorrow we will start CRE2 because I see the strength is coming very less nowadays. Endothermic reaction generally, yes, if the endothermic reaction is 200, then we can start with the higher temperature, right? Tomorrow I'll take a little more time, maybe 2 hours, half an hour extra. So because I'll spend, let's say, a little initial time I need to spend for 1 or 2 questions, then I'll take CRE2. That is how. Don't think about, let's say, CRE2 is complicated, let's say CRE2 is difficult, because I'll try to make as easy as possible. But remember, CRE1 is important gate point of view. Doesn't mean that CRE2 is not important, but CRE1 is important. So if you have any doubts in CRE1, so I'm getting some of the, let's say, WhatsApp messages saying that explain this, because somebody is saying explain me autocatalytic reactions, let's say graphs. So it is difficult to explain in WhatsApp or let's say this thing. If you have the this recorded lectures are there, no? Go to the recorded lecture and see the lecture once again. So previous boards means you want this board. A plus 2B gives the molecularity remains same 2 because 2 different molecules are participating in the reaction. I think for GATE 2021, there is one topic which is added, I think enzymatic reactions, otherwise more or less same. So you can send your questions to mail. WhatsApp number is maybe at the end of the class, I'll give you WhatsApp number. Because otherwise somebody, everybody is sending that explain this is difficult in WhatsApp. No? But if you have any questions, send me a mail. So we'll try to, but most of the things you should be clear in the class itself. So you write here, I'll explain you. That is the effective way. In WhatsApp also, I can't type, let's say, much. So I'll explain briefly. Maybe you will not understand. So somebody's question is here to others' questions also that will happen. And that is good. In endothermic reaction, the temperature will decrease. So to maintain the temperature, shouldn't we increase? Yes. So in endothermic reactions, what do you do is you supply the heat so that because the temperature decreases. So you have to maintain the temperature. That is why you supply external heat. In exothermic, you remove the heat. In endothermic, you supply the heat. Good question. Yeah, I got many links for sending M Subbu. I have a PDF. I'll attach. I'll reply to all the mails once. IIT Bombay is not much difficult paper. So just take previous IIT Bombay papers. You will get very good idea. So we are not getting any questions. So we'll close here and then start tomorrow. Any other questions? Revise all the entire CRE one. Whenever the subject is completed, always revise. 10 more classes CRE. I think roughly. I don't know, but it takes, let's say, 10 more sessions. Close to. Yes, we will cover enzymatic reactions because that is the last part of this thing. After this, I think we will start MAP. MAP is a small topic. Maybe I think 10, 12 sessions will be sufficient. 22. TYSM, time. Okay, I think we are not